NeverLand. Hey, Ty the bad guy. Superman. That's still a very weird angle. This is gonna be PG. I'm keeping this on my Facebook wall. How y'all doing? Well, I haven't talked yet. I'm gonna lean on the counter because this way you can see me in the light, even though you probably don't want to see me that well. Still ugly. This is a really strange angle. Still getting used to this tablet technology stuff. Relax. It's a glass of, I almost said it. It's a glass of pop, soda. Straight up soda pop. Just got home from a really harsh night. My body is ouchie. It doesn't feel good. I need to shave. Maybe tomorrow. I'm going for the sexy smoldering look, so no. Just got too lazy to shave my face and cut my hair. Imagine. There's a lot of you people out there telling me to cut my hair off. Sit on a thumbtack. Just sit on a thumbtack. Just got home. Just got home from a bar, actually. I had a couple. Wanted to see where my voice was at. That's what I'm getting to. It's, a lot of you that followed me so far, you know I was a rock singer in a past life. But, still keep it pretty important to me. I love music, obviously. Explains the hair and the smoldering good looks. Come on, man. I'm trying to keep this PG. What I really want to say is, I'm trying to keep it PG. You can tell I'm a little choppy right now. I sang a few high-pitched tunes back-to-back just to see what kind of cobwebs I have in the attic, if you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying. I don't know. I have to lean back over again. Yeah, I mean, it's coming along. Okay, that's too close. Whoa. I'm still getting used to this, man. I'm holding the Samsung tablet in my hand, so. Still getting used to it. To be fair, though, on a professional level, on a constant level, it's been about... What year is this? 2017? Man, time flies by. Right? Wow. 2009? I think was... I used to sing for a band called Awake by Sunday. Which are still my family. God bless every single one of them. Used to sing at a professional level, constant level back then. It's been a few years. 8 years, 9 years? Anyway, I'll skip to it. I do karaoke when I can. Sunday nights. The thing is... Wow. That's a whole different story by itself, actually. Something else I'm proud of, you know. Because I put work into that, too. I put a lot of work into that. With my main man, Shani. I know you're watching. Love you, man. Thank you for the opportunity. You know, and just to be around you, because you've taught me so much, you know, especially when it comes down to vocals. To my voice, what my throat can and can't do. Mostly can't, but you have to push it, you know. He gives me the, I think it's safe to say, balls. He gives me the balls to keep doing what I'm doing, you know. Kind of a bittersweet thing for me. Kind of a bittersweet thing, you know. I miss it. I love singing more than my own life itself. Which probably isn't worth that much, but at the same time, pizza, 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 you know what I mean? Or, you know, working at restaurants or whatever. But I should really get back to doing what I love doing, which I'm trying to. So, full circle, did about well, 3 high-pitched tunes and then 1 easy tune tonight. The second tune I sang, which was Superman, It's Not Easy by Pfeiffer Fighting, which is, you've seen it on my YouTube channel already. If you haven't seen it, scroll down the bottom, whatever. Anyway, I don't like putting myself over that much. You know, it's pretty weird, man. Pretty frickin' weird. It's amazing what a human voice is capable of. Now, for many, many years in a row, sorry about the angles, guys. Anyway, for many years in a row now, I've tried to manipulate my throat to do things I want. But as you get older, your throat does what it wants while you're trying to manipulate it. You know what I'm saying? I've developed a really harsh rasp, as you can hear. And that's part of my talking voice now. Like, that's just part of me using a natural voice. You know, speaking of voices. Which is, I'd like to say new to me. I mean, sound-wise, it's new to me. When I was singing those high-pitched tunes tonight, I have a rasp in my high pitch. Now, for those singers out there, it sounds good to yourself when you say you have a rasp in your high pitch because it means you're getting more comfortable. I never saw myself getting that comfortable in a higher range, you know? A lot of the bands I sang for, it was nothing but like covers, like, you know, progressive rock, like 80s, 90s stuff. You know, some 70s stuff. You know what I mean? I just never saw myself to be the raspy singer. You know what I mean? Like can't even compare myself to anybody because it's different for me. It's very unsettling at the same time. It really is. Like, you know, very unsettling. I don't know. Maybe it's a natural good thing. Maybe I'm just too hard on myself. Flash, right? Note to self. Too hard on yourself, man. Just relax. You know, enjoy it. But that's so right, too, because I am hard on myself. Really hard on myself for a lot of things. Primarily for what I do for a job. Working at a pizza place, 3-level building, cleaning it. I have to be picky because my boss is right up my arse if I miss one freaking thing. Rightfully so, because there's a lot of people I work with, you know, that feel that same pressure to get everything clean and done, and it's hard, man. It's actually a tough job. It's just, we just don't, this is where I'm not gonna say we, boss, pollywog. I can't use we here. I can use I. I don't slack. I don't pull back on much. And it sucks. But maybe I am wearing the right shirt. You know what I mean? It sucks. 2 different ways, though. Number 1, I do that much for a job. I do maybe too much for a job. I'm so sore. Man, even my soreness is sore at this point. And I've got injuries I have to worry about and take care of, which I'm not taking care of very well because, speaking of pushing yourself, that's what I do. I push myself beyond my limit because I'm such an intense personality, man. Intense. Actually, no, I'm pretty intense. It turns out I just thought I was a keener or a square. You know, which I still think, you know, loser. You know what I mean? Like, just showing up, yeah, I'll do that, yeah, and everybody else is like off having drinks and hanging out with each other, and I'm still sweeping in a corner somewhere. I'm that dude. I am that guy. Sucks. It sucks. Sucks. So, Pollywog, if you're listening, you're welcome, I guess. Hey, I just do my best, you know? Literally, that's all I do is my best. That's how sad it's getting. It's getting really sad. Shut up, Steve. Love you, buddy. Like a bullet to the brain. But anyway. No. But, it's sad. That's the work theory. That's theory number one. Number two is that I haven't been singing that whole entire time that I've stepped up, you know. And that's what I'm feeling now. Just trying to shake the cobwebs off, man. It's, speaking of intense, I get emotional about it because I grew up as a singer. 3 years old, 4 years old, being put in choirs in church. That's where it all started. Especially in elementary school. I had an old teacher from back then. I think she's passed away now. I heard the rumor, which is unfortunate because she was one of the best teachers I ever had for grade 6. How old was I? Can't even think right now. Short story long, her name was Mrs. Gibson. And I remember we used to have these, I want to say around Thanksgiving time, so like in November, October, November, around that area. We used to have assemblies where we, as a choir, used to have to sing for the whole school. Very well written songs. And Mrs. Gibson used to put me down front because she could hear me singing, like, even though Canada in the classroom. I know what a concept that is. I don't even think you can do that anymore. I haven't been in school for a long time, I'm just assuming, but I read stuff, right? And you can't even mention God in schools anymore without somebody getting offended, which is, I find offensive. So, remember singing "Oh Canada," just sitting there at your desk, you're standing up, you know, singing "Oh Canada," and Mrs. Gibson would always step right in front of me and listen to just me. I don't know why. I'm not, and I'm still not the attention grabber. I'm trying to keep this PG. The attention W word. I don't see the appeal of that. I did back then, for a little bit, when I was in rock bands and stuff. And, oh, it's all about me, and singer, front man, crazy, you know. But I remember being that kid feeling that way. Like Mrs. Gibson used to just, you know, literally step right in front of me and go, you know. And she liked my voice. And that's where I think the spark was lit. I think, for me, just to really hone in on that, you know. I never thought music would be my thing. You know what I mean? Music was my first love. Even younger than that, when my dad used to, you know, show me tunes, and I'm a Led Zeppelin lover to this very day because of that. I just never thought that I'd find my niche there, my niche, if you will, in music. But I always sang back to the radio. I always sang back to something playing on the stereo, and I was trying to match what they were singing, which makes me a great cover band singer, I guess, you know, if you want to go that way, because note for note, note for note, note for note. Not anymore. Because if I were to sing for a cover band, you do your own thing, man. You put your own spin on it. Because I have that mentality now where you expand your mind a little bit when it comes down to music. See, that's part of it that I'm starting to learn now. Just now. I'm 34 years old. And I've been singing professionally since I can't even think right now. You know, for a long time. Since I was 3, I just wasn't paid for it. Christmas pageants and plays and being the top of the Christmas tree, which was, I'm pretty sure, dangerous back then. You know, because it wouldn't fly now. Because that Christmas tree they built out of like wood, it was like huge, 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 and there's a whole bunch of kids in every single level of it, you know, where your faces pop out of the holes in the Christmas tree. This thing was massive, and I was towards the top, and I remember getting a splinter in my eye. The whole, oh man, paying my dues, right, in the business, lack of a better term. It took me a splinter in the eye, I guess, but But no, just to be honest though, yeah, you know, singing's always been my staple. It's my gimmick, you know. I'm very proud of what I've accomplished, but not in that sense of pride where I get selfish about it and I'm amazing and I'm great and this that. Nah. It leads me back to saying I'm still hard on myself, you know. I hate watching my own vlogs, for example. I hate watching myself on camera because to me I just don't see, you know what I mean? So I always say, oh man, look, I'm ugly, you know. I'm hard on myself. But it's okay. It's not like, you know, some self-depressive thing. It's just, I just can't do it. Like, you know, sitting back and listening to recordings of myself when I'm singing, like, for some band or I'm doing a cover or something. I can't do it. I can't even sit through it. And that's funny, because that shows that you have that artistic side that you know down to the very simple base of it. You know how to feel about it, you know. And you can't get more honest with yourself than that, really. I think that's beautiful, though. I think it keeps you humble. It'll set you straight. It'll set you straight, man. It really will. I don't know what you guys do out there, you know, when come to that uncomfortable moment. It's like, I hate hearing myself talk. Like, even when you're a kid and you're sitting there, you know, talking into some voice recorder, you know what I mean? Like one speaker, tape deck, hit record, and you're blah, 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 and you're having fun with it. Microphone, no microphone. You're just talking into something, and then you play it back, and it sounds funny to you, but then you really start to realize that, I hate listening to myself, you know? I used to have one of those too. No microphone, it was just a, whatever. I remember that. I remember being a kid being so shy too. I know, what a concept, right? Being so shy, and then you get these parents from other kids, you know, that you're singing with on stage, and they're coming up and saying, "Oh my God, you're amazing," and that was incredible. And I always had my hands in my pockets, my head down, you know. And I don't know, it's just not acceptable. I don't know. I'm just talking smack, but for real though, like that's reality for me. I grew up huge, you know, I really did. I really think that as I got older, I feel, to use a stronger word, that it became more important because now it's like a sport. It's like, you know what I mean? Like a challenge. Challenge accepted, I guess? Maybe. I don't think I'm wearing the right shirt for that. But, yeah. I used to be pretty arrogant, though. I'll tell you. I grew up. You have to grow up. You have to gain morality. You have to start acting your age, you know? For me, going back to the first theory, working hard, for me it meant working harder. I'm telling you, I'm that much of a square. Like, I feel like just not hip with it anymore. I'm just not with it. Traditional, old school, maybe? Just not. Losery. Losery is a good word. I use that a lot. I do. I work so freaking hard, man. So hard. When I really should be taking it easy. Should be taking it easy anyway. Ain't gonna happen. I'm stubborn. But getting back to the second theory on music, with my voice stubborn. And you're probably sitting there going, would you get to the point? Made it okay. Made it okay. I sang, 3 high-pitchy tunes and then 1 easy one. Second tune, Superman, it did. It gave me a hard time. And it's really not that hard to sing, you know? But that rasp in there, I was starting to spit air a little bit. And I hate that because I can still hit the note, but just like I'm sounding right now, it's just like you have laryngitis. Spitting air, like, oh, wow. It's been a while. And that further, I guess that's the whole point of this vlog, you know? I guess that's the whole point of this. Stay humble, you know? Because as you get older, and a decade passes, say, you find out that you can't quite do what you used to be able to do when you were younger. I think that's my whole point. I've been known to ramble. Hey, you guys watch. Thank you. God bless you for it. Thank you, I appreciate it. I ramble. I don't know, I'm just kind of stuck introspectively right now, just kind of from the outside in, you know, and from the inside out. Anyways, I just thought I'd share my thoughts on that. But it's coming along, it's coming along. I think I did hurt something there though, a little bit, but I'm working on it. I'll let you know my progress. I'll let you know how everything pans out, and I stop making so much pizza and start getting back to doing what I love to do. This thing ain't dead yet, man. It ain't dead yet. It's like a muscle. Your throat, your voice is like a muscle. Your throat. Go to the gym, get gains, get bigger, do more singing, your throat gets tougher, stronger. This is going to be a journey. No pun intended. This will be a journey. Challenge accepted. And I'm proud to do it. Because it makes me feel better as a human being to do something I love. Right? Hopefully, you guys can find your niche or niche. And that's what I wish for you too. Just stay humble, okay? Don't get a fat head. It's not worth it. Yeah. I think that's all I had. I'll check back in very soon. This is getting pretty cool, man. Nice flows of videos, you know. I'm really digging it. I'm really digging it. Thank you for indulging me. You guys stay cool up there, alright? Alright. I will check in soon. That is a promise. And I keep my promises. So, even if I have to use this thing, it's all shaky, and I'm sorry I've put up with that. You know, the sound probably can't be the best, but hey, I'm working with what I got because you guys wanted to see me clearer. What's wrong with you? What is the matter with you? This ugly mug? See, again. But I'll check in soon. I will. Even though right now that it's 4:09 in the morning. Check this out. Right on, I don't know, I have to kind of look over my shoulder here. Right on my stove. Right. Oh, wait now. Anyway, you get the point. I'm still getting used to this thing, man. One more night of work. 3 days off after that. Come on, 12 o'clock tomorrow night. Come on, midnight. Oh, I do too much. But yet I'm not doing enough. I love that, though. Keeps you grounded, keeps you level. Especially when you have morals these days. Take care of each other. Remember, out of all the most apt times to say this, if you're working too hard, Superman, you're doing it wrong. Note to self. Bad guy. Out! Click.